All right, let's get this show on the road. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dylan. I am so sorry for being a little bit late. We have some technical difficulties with one of the mods in the game. It looks like that the major mod Sodium updated, but the indium I had did not. So that caused a bit of a headache for a few minutes. But between the two of them being incompatible, it was causing the game to crash. So we are here doing a little bit of terracotta mining because we have some users that have decided that they would like to have their house in red terracotta, and it occurred to me I don't have much for terracotta. And in case you guys are curious, I do have block breaks turned down, but I can always make those sounds come back up if need be. Welcome back in, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Give me a quick sec. It just occurred to me. Platforms, accounts. Nope, that one. Reset. There we go. And credits. Reset. So I've told it to reset the heck out of the credits and stuff, and we'll see if that actually works. It's supposed to, but there have been some rumors that on my streamer bot, I'm not the only one that's been having credits that hang around forever and a day. My bug spray. No, I found the bug. The bug is trapped in a jar, and hopefully will stay there, but at some point I'm going to have to let the bug out, so we'll just see. But I'll try and do that off stream, not on. That was a bit of a surprise because everything worked when I shut it down yesterday. Not yesterday, day before, I guess. Didn't play Minecraft yesterday. So, yeah, that's okay. Took a bit of a break this weekend. We had a blast, a ton of fun. We went with the kids, and we went to just some generic places in the city. I shouldn't say generic, but some local places in the city. We went to a bookshop and came home with a crazy mountain of books, mostly me. Because I found that the writer who did the CAD file series was smart and decided that they were going to write the heck out of that period since they did the research to be accurate. At least it seems like it. And there's a whole lot of other books. Some of them, one or two of them have sequels and stuff. But there's a whole handful of other books from that period that I had never read. So yeah, got a bunch of those. And then, what else did I pick up? Turned out I only had probably about 13 of the Cat Who books. I'd read a bunch more, but for some reason didn't have them. And then there's a bunch that I haven't read. So I picked up 10 more. So I've got a few more Cat Who books to be plowing through. And I managed to get, as a Harry Potter fan, I picked up the biography of the guy who played Draco. And yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I mean, used bookshops, it's not a huge risk. So that's good. And then the kids got some comics, and Fantastic Sherlock Fox got a couple. And I picked up a puzzle with a Sherlock Holmes theme, so that was a good find. An unexpected good find, actually. So I'm happy about that. So yeah, all in all, that part went fairly well. We also went to our local Lego store and I picked up some minifigures. The kids didn't really find much they wanted this time around. I think my daughter got one minifigure, but not much that they really liked this time. But it's always worth a check because you never know. And at some point I'm going to spend, I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I never do. But I'm going to spend enough time there to try and put together a lot of the loose pieces for a couple of the Potter sets that I'm missing that I would like to have. So I got part of one of them. Basically, long story short, is due to a co-worker of Fantastic Sherlock Fox is deciding two things. One, that their kids are too old for Lego because they had no interest in it anymore. And two, that she, at the time, was moving to England, that she was selling her Lego. And unfortunately, one of the Harry Potter sets that she had was incomplete, so she couldn't sell it. Which means we got it gratis. And I got 2/3 of the early release, or like the earlier period, Diagon Alley set, where it had Borgin and Burke's from the Nocturne Alley, and Ollivander's Wand Shop from Diagon Alley, as well as Gringotts Bank. Well, the part that's missing, unfortunately, is Gringotts Bank. So I spent some time with the kids putting part of it together, but it still needs a lot more hunting time to find a lot more of the pieces. I also don't have any of the minifigs for that particular building. All the gobos and stuff that belong with it are missing. So at some point I'll have to hunt those down. But the reason I want to put that together, of course, is they've released a new Gringotts Bank with a vault section underneath that has a rail track and stuff. And while that's pretty neat, it's pretty minimal, and I'm not really a huge fan of the way that they've made Gringotts look this time around. I actually like the other one better. So, at least for now, I would rather complete the old set. It's going to take some time. But we had fun with the kids, and I got all the minifigs I needed for the Fantastic Beasts set I'm trying to put together. So that's good news. I just have a lot of the, custom printed pieces to try and find, and then a bunch of little random Lego plates that are pretty normal to find. Okay, so let's go back up to the top and see where we are at with relation to the beacon. Okay. So I only wanted the plain terracotta this time because you can always dye the plain terracotta. You can't always dye the other ones, right? Like, they're just stuck that color. Oh, whoops. Whoops. What do I want to do? I held down shift while I clicked my button, and I shouldn't have. Silly mistake. This one goes over there, that goes over here. That should do. Close enough. Alright, so we've got probably about a shulker and a half, I think. Oh no, 2.5. That's not too bad. 2.5 shulkers this time. Better than where we were. I'm thinking, let's take a look up top and see just where we're at. But I don't really know if we want to spend all stream here. I do have a good amount of tree chopping to get done as well. So I want to make sure I take time for that one. Okay, so no easy reach of the beacon. Oops. Plain terracotta. I'm hitting W or E instead of W, and E is inventory, so it takes a while. Okay, so the beacon actually goes 50 blocks out from the center. So I could probably do a little bit more through here. What's that down there? It just disappears into La La Land, okay. I might be able to get some of this. Let's see what we can manage before we hit beacon distance. And I'm actually going to go straight out from here just to see. Now, let's make sure. Okay, the beacon is... Oops, it's hidden behind my chat thing. Fooey. This one. There we go, let's move. Chat briefly. Okay, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Is I wanted the beacon thing to disappear. So yeah, I can't actually go any further with beacon speed. I could have my own beacon, which is in my inventory, but it's not that critical to have as much stuff. So let's just head home and we'll do some tree chopping. It's not organized at the base, as you guys are aware. And part of the intent is that I need a lot of different kinds of trees. So rather than just doing one type over and over with bone meal, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have space at the moment available. So we'll take down one tree and then let the other ones do their thing. Okay, which direction is that spawn? Okay, so then we are north of spawn at the moment, which means I need to go. There's Stormies. Okay, so just a little bit. How do I figure this? Northwest. Well, southwest. Sorry. Nope. How do I do this? Southeast. That away. Go. So we're back. We're just chilling. It's gonna be a pretty calm day on stream, and that's intentional. Just doing a bit of working. I may do a little bit of hyper focus at times. It's not intentional. It is what it is. Today is a very chill resupply type of day. And we've got quite a ways to go before we get anywhere near our base. Huh, I may have overshot. Oh well. We're near the Fantastic Sherlock Fox's base. Oops. Which would mean in the right vein now, but north of mine. Fox's is one of those places I insist shows up on the map at all times, and I thought mine was global, but I guess not. No worries. Back. Wow, that's a big portal. Ow. Alright. So the plan is we've got a stream weekend coming up. And, ooh, do I have... Okay. My thought for the stream weekend is actually... Like, I haven't actually figured out what I'm going to do. But my thought for today, at least, is to do some generic supplies work. And then for the weekend... I'll be able to have more supplies to do what we need to do. And it sounds dumb, but we could do some wall work, more likely going to do some farm work, and possibly bees, that sort of thing. So I figured we need to get everything coordinated. So we're back. Oh, there's a creeper. Fun. Alright, so one of the things I want to do is take the melon farm and move the melon farm over by the farmers. And I actually need to replenish the farm in the center with a villager, and I probably don't need this one down here. So what I might do is take advantage of the space that's down here, move the villager, and just put the melon farm in there. Because I already have a lot of the work done for having a minecart go underneath, and I really don't need the melons themselves. Like, it's kind of pointless. So I could build the upper level of it, just basically in the same zone. Speed things up, you know? Actually, maybe I'll just do that. And do some of the grinding off camera. That might be a smarter move. Do the map remind you of Stardew Valley? Hello? Yeah, I can see why. I can see why. Alright. So, squirrel. Squirrel, plan change. If we end up with extra time, we'll do trees at the end. I'm going to change this up. We're going to call it Small Auto Farm Auto Agri Farm Tweaks. There we go. Oops. There we go. So the title has changed, so we're at Small Auto Agri-Farm Tweaks. I know agri-farm is kind of not really a word, but it points out a little bit that these are the agricultural farms, not like we have anything super major going on with, big mob farms or something. I really do want to move my mob farm, but I'm not sure that's worth spending a whole lot of time on evening streams to do. Come on, let me sleep. 1, 2, there we go. Could have brought blocks. That would have made sense. Let's take this to start with. Clean that up. This and that. And stay there. Now the idea being if I move... I'm thinking I'm going to move this villager over here. Okay? So we can keep getting wheat out of this farm. And then that way, also if I tear this down and make it melons, what the farm's designed to do is the wheat got filtered out and becomes hay bales. These seeds went into a system that's got a composter under here, so all we get is bone meal. All I need out of the melon farm is bone meal. So if I put the melon farm over top of this space, then anything that it drops can just go into this exact same system and end up as bone meal over here. Now it's a little bit slow because I've only got one composter underneath, but I don't think that's going to be a problem at the rate we're going. So I think that's going to work out just fine. Let's try that. Try seeing what we can do to move all these doofuses. First off, I need to actually put things down. that over there for now. Toolbox, let's put away. Now I need to repair some of these things, but that's not worth doing on screen either. Random junk. Alright, that should be all she wrote. Let's put bed in here. Oops, that was the toolbox slot. No go. Alright, so first things first, I don't need all this glass when I'm going to work with everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just take out the, starting with the corners, and use it to build, in essence, a corridor that the villager can't hop out of, but will fence them into going to that side. Let's start here. That's the critical section. I can take all of these. And then fence the same way here. The idea being that once the villager moves over to this other side, then I can actually fence him back in again. Give me land, lots of land, beneath the starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Do-do-do. Come on, dude. Find yourself another farm. Actually, let's tear up all of your farm and see what you do with it. No. Yeah, okay, there, over there. Ah, nice try. Now we're both trapped in here, and that's on purpose, buddy. Oh, and I didn't bring the, thingamajigger. Oh well. You can plant to your heart's content, bud, but it's not going to help much. Especially if I take out your composter. Ha 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 ha. There you go. Go find a job. You unemployed bum. All right, productivity off that one. Excellent. I need the water to stay there to keep this farm forcefully marked while I go and tear down the melon farm, because I don't have duplicate pieces. I mean, I could make duplicate pieces, but what's the point? We're actually going to need to tear it apart, truthfully, because of the needing to get the melons in. Doo-doo-doo. All right. This is not worth putting a beacon in for, because we're just going to tear it down and move everything. So yeah, we'll get through this. At least we're netherite. That's a good start speed-wise. So the whole reason that we're moving from 3 farms down to 2 is, first off, I don't have a whole lot of use for all of these farms, I guess? Yeah, that's the first reason. And the second reason is that, like, I don't have a whole lot of use for the wheat coming out of it. And the second reason is that we had a witch. We had a spot where lightning managed to get the farms and turn one of them into a witch. So we got rid of the witch, and I could breed up a new person, but I really don't need that many hay bales. As I said, I don't need that many, so what happened was the system got jammed and too full and wasn't able to keep up with what I was doing. Now, I probably should have done things differently than trying to use a dispenser tower, a dropper tower to elevate the stuff, but it was one of those things where I had never done it before, so that's why I chose that method. And then it's just, part of the whole learning process. So the result with that was that I just, 3 farms, backed everything up. Now, if I decide I need to upgrade again back to the larger size, my plan would be instead to, to switch over and just add bees to the whole thing, because I'm finding, someone had told me it was going to work, and oh my word, does it ever, that by putting bees around the outside, bees around the inside, right, but with the flowers around the outside, this carrot farm is more, even with the bed in there, is more productive than I need by a long shot. This keeps getting full, and yeah, so that's meant to have the carrots go over there when we're done, but it just keeps filling up the box, right, as long as we keep it loaded. And so that farm gets full, which is great, which is 1. So that means then that a similar concept should work just fine around these if I need to pick up the speed again. I don't think I have the space in here for 2 rows. Yeah, I don't have the space for to back up 2 rows to put in flowers, but if I did just 1, I think we'd be fine. See, the Geek Out has become... Oop, over this way. Geek Out has become literature category for Marvel Comics Avengers. Yep. Yeah, it is challenging to figure out the Avengers specifically. On the other hand, when it comes to Avengers, after a while they just sort of figured, like, everybody in the MCU, when they had their big mass things, they were all cooperating like Avengers. So, I mean, at that point you could even technically include characters like Spider-Man. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but don't ask me. Ask Marvel. Okay, let's make these into a thing. And here we go. So I already have like 4 shulkers, full of hay bales. At one point I was going to make the whole village, all the roofs be hay bales at all times. That was the original plan, but things kind of went a little sideways. So that's fine. We'll just go with it. It's what people want to see. It works. Huh. Something has... Oh, there it goes. Okay. So something has mysteriously stopped the cart, and it was probably because it was having trouble offloading. Alright. For the moment, I'm the only one on today. That's not uncommon on a Tuesday morning. Okay. So step 2. Go take down the melon farm. We're going to move it. I'm not particularly sure what's fussing with my frame rates today. You guys may not notice a difference, but I certainly do. So apologies for all of that. Alright, where do I want to start? Let's start with the walls. So with this one, I wanted it to keep functioning day and night, which is why I used my signature format of surrounding the entire thing with jack-o'-lanterns. It can look a little weird, but that's why the same thing with the carrot farm as well. Now the wheat farm, I could have done the same thing. It didn't occur to me at the time to do so. But yeah, that's okay. We got that. Uh-oh. I'm going to be short on pumpkins if I do that because I just let the cart pick up some of them. Yeah, and they just composted them. You can't compost those. They don't work. So let's see. What am I getting that's got... Let's just tear this all down. Turn it all off and tear it all down. There, now I can get in here. Nope, not that one. Fine, we'll do it this way then. Here for my head. Rails. Jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, that works. This was a 9x9 farm, so we got them all. Alright, let me get out of here. Time to tear it up. Let's go up the outside, I think. More effective. For some reason, I quite got enamored with the 9x9 design. I don't know why, because there's really no reason to be in love with that one. But I just find it a nice, comfortable shape to look at. People have talked about all kinds of shapes for their farms, make them anything but square, and I like the square. It's easy to calculate. So at some point, maybe I'll have to have a base sometime where nothing is square. That would be odd in a blocky type world, but I'll have to see if I can get my head around doing that. Why did I have a... Oh, right. I know what that was for. The actual pumpkins. Okay, let's get these in there. Those. That's it. Okay. Ew. Alright, now it's time to just tear it up around here. At some point it is going to be really messy because we've got water in here, I'm sure. Or did I actually end up having water in here? Yeah, I did. Go. Let's tear it all up. It gives us more opportunities for houses too, with more places to put them. Ah! It's a hole. I forgot about that. Because I need all the redstone, right? Okay. Hole. Go. This one. Getting all these rails. That actually went faster than I thought it would. All right, let's take these out. Oh, this is not going to fit. All right. That's fine. Catch that. Never mind. Apologies. Okay. So we need a box. Of course, I left everything at the other spot. I would have. That makes, you know, plenty of sense. All right. Let's see if I have any spare boxes in here hanging around. Is this a random junk box? No, not quite. What I actually need right now is to clean up the inventory so that I can turn all those bone meals into blocks. And then we've got everything sorted. Be able to move it to the other spot. Okay, so let's put this here. Rails, dirt. Oh, pumpkin. Yeah. Already picked up the composters. 1, 2, 3. Go. Those can go. Vector marble probably counts too. Yeah, definitely. So for those of you that are curious, the other thing we did was we went to a game shop, the largest game store supposedly in the world, but it's like all gaming themed. So really, there's an attached game store that does, that does collector's card games. You know, Magic and Pokemon and so on. And then on the other side, there's one that does a ton of tabletop gaming type stuff, and books and board games and basically you name it, which is kind of cool. So we've got a lot of that available, and I bought, for the purposes of the stream and to play with the family, but I bought a lot of Geek Out, and I got another game that we can use called shoot, what did I call it? It's like Caveman Poetry or something like that. Poetry for Cavemen, and it's a lot of fun. Doing great on Hangman. Well, not bad. Hangman, by the way, at some point will be replaced with a new version of it that gives us a little bit more control of the game. So we're going to be able to have a word list, but then it's also going to allow the game to, I guess you could say, prevent certain words from being guessed. The big kicker for us as a family-friendly stream, specifically, is should we have a troll come in, they actually do, unfortunately on this version, have the ability to spell out nasty things by guessing various letters in the way. If they guessed a whole word, then it would be inappropriate and it would get caught. But if they guessed individual letters, you can spell out all sorts of awful things, and we just don't want that happening. It's just not appropriate. Not necessary. There we go. Alrighty, back to the other side. So how is this working out so far? No, we got 8. So he's being a lazy butt. Lazy farmer. Probably because he doesn't have a bed. That would make more sense. This guy seems to be much better at his job. I kind of wish that the one in the center was better at his job. But I guess he's not really worth firing yet. He'll get there eventually. I have a funny feeling that the way they path is partly related to the growth rate of seeds. And that one needs the corner fixed. Did I have the toolbox? Toolbox, there we go. Toolbox there. Box of all our stuff there. Where is? I don't really care, so let's use this one. Oh, no wonder it's bedtime. Probably the other reason Mr. Farmer isn't very useful. It's just that it was sleepy time. Let's get this corner fixed to start with. That should help. Then he's got nowhere to go that isn't tilled. Sir? You're supposed to harvest, you crazy goof. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so this one, we've got the... Let me do it manually and we'll just sort it out after that. So what did I do with all the seeds? Oh. I have to jump on every second block, right? Okay, so I don't remember how I want to do this. Let's actually, I'm going to start with the melons because it makes it easier for me to think. Actually, that should be the last part because I can't get in and out if I do that. Okay, so Dylan, let's put your blocks in the bottom. Okay, trying to figure out how I did this. So here's the thing. I haven't made a... That's okay. It looks like our closed captions are completely AWOL. So that's not good either, because I thought they were fine, and it looks like they are not. Hello, closed captions preview. Okay, no, they're there, they're just not showing properly. Okay, it was frozen on my screen. Got it. So I've made a melon farm. Sometimes I can remember it, other times I can't remember it. And today's one of those I can't remember it days. And I know that pumpkins and melons are a pain in the backside because they only grow on every second one, right? So if I plant here, then it can't grow there. Or like it has to grow, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do, start here because I can't seem to visualize this today, and it's really frustrating me when I can't. Try this one and that one. Nope, that's not gonna work. Where is... Doesn't help much. Yeah, it just destroys. Okay. So let's destroy it. Why can't I remember? Give me a second. Split second. I have a picture that I'm going to work with, and I have to see if I can find it. What's the one I want? Blah, blah, blah. Aha, that's the picture I want. Hey, stupid ad. Is the planting grid picture again. The ad got in the way of my planting grid picture just before I right clicked to save it, and then it disappeared because of the stupid ad. There we go. Then save image as. There we go. That's fine. I don't care. It'll do. Not what I want, but it will do. All right. So they're also supposed to grow faster if you've got every second one done. Now, because we have a bazillion different ways to get bone meal, and we have more bone meal than we could probably shake a stick at, I'm not going to worry so much about having the melon seeds because the likelihood of getting anything useful out of them is lower than it is with pumpkins. But we'll see, because I may not have enough. What do we want? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then every second from there. So this one and that one. And this one. That one. Oops, no, not that one. Shoot. Sorry. This one and that one. Guess it will be in the corners. That. Back and forth now. Do this bit. Hangman was not a great word. 4 movies that Anne Hathaway. Yeah. Nope, not me either. Not at all. There you go. 4 films with an alien invasion. And I'm going to start off with a fun one. How about Mars Attacks? Because it's just horribly corny. And then there's, I don't know if it's an invasion, but it's like the day the Earth stood still or something. Independence Day, Men in Black. So there's 3. And then we just need 1 more. That should be everybody, I think. All right. So now I need to put all the War of the Worlds. You're right. It's definitely. They did a series of movies over that one. This one, that one. I always have to remember which ones point which way. So if I go like this, yeah, that goes the correct way. Okay. It's the horrible pistons that are the opposite direction. I am such a doofus. I should not have planted this. Because what's going to happen is I have to get the pistons to come down. Actually, no, I think I've got another way of doing this. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. It's going to take more work, but hey, it works. It'll do. So if I do this... Hello? Thank you? No, not that way. Fine. This way then. Gonna be uphill. We'll do it that way. This one and that one. No. Seriously, Dylan? Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured would happen. So if I want to have it upside down, I need to go like this. No. Why? Why? You evil thing, why? Okay, now let's just do a quick test. Not that, I want levers. One more time. Come on. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, perfect. And that'll work too. Okay, so... Oops. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to put the observers in second. If I can get these to actually cooperate. No. Come on. There's got to be a trick to it, so that I don't literally have to be almost underneath the sucker to get it to work. Let's sleep it off, and then see if we can figure it out. I know if I'm like directly under it, I can put it over my head, but that's not very convenient when you're trying to deal with the fact that I was dumb and already planted the crops. Okay, so you're gonna watch me do this a really stupid way, I think. Oh no, I can't. I can't go underneath because we've got the cart underneath, and that's gonna cause all kinds of problems. Come on. This is the world's slowest way of doing this. Now the next question is whether or not I can actually reach all of that. Oh. Where might I have hidden some dirt? I think I've got some over here. I better have some dirt over here. Okay, this will work. It occurred to me, the moment that I cut the dirt, I was going to reuse it, but if I cut it, then it's going to end up in the composter and it's going to jam out the system, which I'm going to have to go and fix. And I'd rather just do this only once rather than fix it every single time. Nope. Okay. Moyang, could you please give me some easier way of doing this? Seriously. Send. Well, that is easier. It's not perfect, but it's easier. Hello, creeper. You're not my friend. I do not want to see you ever again. Come on. Be super quiet because there's not a whole ton to say here. But the idea with a lot of these is they're going to come down in between the plants, which of course need to be bone mealed up and stuff, but we can always deal with that later. Oh, come on. The idea with these is that, there we go, is that it comes down between the plants, so when you've got a full-size pumpkin, your piston will squash it off, and then the minecart will come around and pick them up, which then in turn will send them into the composters, which means we get bone meal. Why do I have a farm that does this even when I've got an iron farm with puppies? And the reason for it is A, because I can, B, I don't know, maybe because I can. No, it's the just in case factor. So if I actually decided I ever needed pumpkins, then there's another way for me to change it up and get them. I've got a few over manually farmable at the monastery. What did I? Uh-oh. That's really going to have jammed up the system. Okay, how many did I lose? 1. So it's 1 in the system with all the dirt. Great. Alright, so I need to figure out where the composters are in this part of the system. Do I have that? Oh, right. That is what I want. Perfect. This, and that, and this. Excellent. All right. Hey. Well, that's not fair. You were pointed the right way, and then you changed your mind. All right. Now I'm hoping if I take away all this dirt on the, or stuff on the top, that I can get the observers to agree to point downwards. Go. They're gonna have their bottoms doing all sorts of fun things until we've got we've got the redstone on top, which I probably should do fairly quickly here, I think. Otherwise, we're going to have pumpkins growing that aren't actually getting... Well, actually, that's not true. We'll get pumpkins growing after the fact that then we can just manually trigger the whole shebang. And then they'll sort themselves out over time. I'll have to go back and get these out of the composter, I guess. I didn't think about that, but... Well, I did, but not covered up. That's what I was trying to get at. There we go. And the other thing I have to do is get the edges put in quickly so that, first off, when they break, they don't end up outside the farm, but second reason is so that they can't actually grow outside the farm on these edges. In the middle, we'll see whether or not I need... Oh, that'll be interesting. I'm going to see whether or not I need, what's the word? A block in the middle, or whether or not I can go straight without it. And of course, I'm short 2. 2 confuses me. I'd only be short 1. Alright, where are we here? Nope, this one. It'll only be short 1, so I'm missing a block somewhere. Let's go fill up this hole over here. I'm trying to figure out where I did a test and didn't pick it up. There's my... Oh, I got some extras. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's get the redstone rolling. New items on the Starbucks menu. Depending on where you are, those could be different. Aha. That's my oopsie. Okay, so what? First off, where did my trapdoor go? Ah, oops. What did I do? Oh, there's another one. Okay. Don't need that. These. They'll go up and down. That's interesting. I wonder what this looks like. Haha. I still go up and down inside the farm. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Leave that hole to get out. That's unnecessary. Back over here then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. I don't know. Pretend it's 9. I just don't want the face to show, right? Okay, let's go this way. I don't see it, and I'll know it's there, but that's okay. Okay, redstone. ad break. Sorry, guys. There's not much going on today. This is a very, very quiet Tuesday, so we're just chilling with the stuff, and then I'm gonna go do some tree chopping afterwards. This is it, because we need supplies. Though it really doesn't help that I had a tech issue to begin with. That's not great in any shape of imagination. So those are all happening while it's growing. And then things will change at some point. Yeah, once they get fully grown. Now, I could go through and bone meal everything, but I was dumb and I could break the redstone and then go through bone meal. I'm not in that big of a rush for stuff to happen. It'll just happen when it happens. Okay. Oops. And I can now put things like rails away. Parts, and yeah, that's probably the best of that. Really, better plug that hole in the middle just so I don't get a something spawn in there. These away in the redstone box. Okay, I'll put that in. It's not really redstone, but it'll do. Wait, too many, of course. Let's go moving the power rails. I'll put minecart in there. Put trapdoors because the redstone's sensitive. Glass can be elsewhere, that's fine. I mean, technically, these are spawnable. Technically. But I'm not gonna fuss too much about it. Because I think the glass, or not glass, sorry, their light output should be enough to not worry about it. Okay. Oops. Oh well. We can make more blocks and then put it all back. I like to reverse the stacks here just so that when bone meal comes through, then it can fill up more of the box than the blocks, but we still have block storage handy. And that's going to be shulker box for... And I said that was spawnable. I'm dumb. Go grab a torch. That can go back in the other box. That can go back in the other box. Barrel. Don't need the composters. Okay, we should be good. Pull things out so we can put it away. Oops. I had a bed. What did I do with it? Huh. That's odd. I had a bed in my inventory. Oh, there it is. Okay. Me finding things? No. Never. Not organized. Not organized enough. All right. That will do. It looks like this guy's catching up on his farm, so that's reasonable. This guy's catching up, so we should be back to the same levels we had before I started mucking around here, but the amount of bone meal will increase. Perfect. Okay. Consolidation ahoy. You okay down here? Let's pick a bunch of these. These will fill things while I've got the time. Or while I'm puttering, I guess. There. Take this block. Alright. So we're back to putting things away to start with. Which isn't a huge deal. We've got more wall top to do, so I could always start that if we need to. But we definitely need more types of wood. And I also need to figure out where to store stuff, so I should probably start putting these in houses. The wood house and so forth, that would make plenty of sense. Today's a bit of a puttering restocking day. It's kind of hard to see what I've got if it's not sorted. And I will end up with more sticks than I can shake a stick at. So at some point I'm going to have to move all this stuff. Oh, better. It's not great. Better. This one. Birch up there. And then where does this go? Melon seeds, where are you? Extra compostable. Dirt. Barrel, you can go over here. Glass. Carrots. I think I have a few carrots. I can probably take the bees out of there, so that's probably a good plan. So this afternoon is going to be a bee farm then. We'll take those bees and we'll move them out of there, and we'll give them their own place to be because I don't need any more carrots at high speed. The carrot farm will be Eebs. What it is. Ooh, pumpkin spice latte and a venti light note with room and ice. With room and ice, yes. Let's see, which one of those do you think would be yours and which one would be mine? Definitely hit and miss, Geek Out. Oh, it's going to get more miss as we go. 4 films in which Christopher Walken appears. The only one I can think of right now is Hairspray. I don't know why I can't think of more than that, though. That's just odd. Let's just, Hangman game, okay. Decode as well. Yeah! Yep, I bumped the wrong sound, but it works. It fits today really well. Six songs with the name of a holiday in the title. Halloween Town from Disney's Nightmare Before Christmas. This is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh, I can't remember the names. I'm trying to avoid just Christmas stuff. And I think it's going to be, what was that? There's a couple of Hanukkah songs from Adam Sandler. And I know Sherry Lewis has done some Hanukkah songs as well, but I can't for the life of me remember them. I think we... Other holidays that even really have songs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of it is, if one's not exposed to... Here, let me just... If I'm going to goof around, I might as well goof around effectively while I'm losing my thoughts. I need more trees, so let's go chop trees while I talk. But a lot of it is, if it's not a holiday tradition that you're sort of exposed to, you're not going to know the songs for it. So, for example, we don't have a whole lot in the way of Easter songs. I mean, those are kind of morbid. I think, Lord of the Dance is probably the only one I could think of in that vein. However, we don't have a whole lot in the way of like Hanukkah songs because that's not my tradition. It's not, yeah. So therefore, since I don't know that tradition, I'm not going to have a whole lot of songs for it. There's probably some for like Kwanzaa and I've never heard of a Thanksgiving song technically, but I mean, I guess there's probably a bunch that could be qualified as such just because they're around it, but it's not really related to like Canadian Thanksgiving per se. We don't really have, it's not like holiday in the literal sense is a weird one because, oh good, that's fine. Holiday in the literal sense is a weird one because holiday, you can see it in the name, it's a holy day based on your religion, right? But there's also holiday in the legal sense, which is a day that, for the most part, that your employer has to count as important enough that you either get it off or you get something in lieu for it later or you get extra pay, right? So really the question is it, if it's a named holiday, it doesn't have to be a holy day. I mean, we could probably have a song about, like, I don't know, Canada Day or something. We don't, but we could. I mean, there's some holiday songs that people would think it's kind of rude to even actually have a song about, or at least one that mentions the day. Like, I don't want to be impolite, but my example in this case, for the purposes of conversation, would be we don't have, an Armistice Day song. I don't hear of a Veterans Day song that actually has the title in it. People would probably think that's a little bit crass. I mean, that doesn't stop people from writing songs about stuff like that, but songs that just wouldn't take off in the popularity. And I know I just turned popularity into a noun, but, you got the point. So I'm not sure we can complete that one without going to just generic Christmas songs. So what do we get so far? We've got We Wish You a Merry Christmas, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, Halloween Town. Oh, This Is Halloween. That's another one, actually, from Nightmare Before Christmas. White Christmas. Okay, we got 4. We're good. Skip. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, next. Okay, I'll give you guys a quick rundown where some of these oopsie sounds are coming from. I've got the Elgato Stream Deck app on my tablet, the iPad Pro, which is great, but it's got the tablet has a very wide, or thick, depending on how you look at it, depth that you can work with in terms of where it'll pick up your finger on the screen. So you don't actually literally have to be touching the screen for it to actually take off as such, like to take the instruction. So what's happening is as I brush over part of the screen that's one of the other buttons, it's coming up with the other sound instead. So I just find that kind of strange, but amusing at the same time. So as you can see, what I'm actually doing here with a lot of these trees is I'll set the thing to go. I'm not trying to save on bone meal, it just happens to be a thing there. But I'll set the tree to go, let it grow on its own while I'm cutting down some other tree. If it turns out that I get them all cut down, sort of we're all caught up. Yeah, so if we're all caught up while we're chopping, then I'll go and bone meal something, but I don't really need to, you know? I just keep moving from tree to tree because we need them all. This isn't even all of them, actually. I'm trying to remember what I'm missing. Fox, if you or anyone else in chat, if you can remember what other tree type I'm missing, please let me know, because I would like to know. I know I don't have birch in here, so that's the one we need. And I don't have, I don't think I actually have standard oak in here. So birch and oak, I think, are ones I need to add to this pile. But I've got... I don't think I have dark oak in here, actually, now that I think about it. So I'm going to have to add some more, which means we might as well move our tree chopping zone over by the industrial zone on the other side there. Actually, maybe I won't do that this stream, because one, we have half an hour, and two... Uh-oh. Great. And two, another reason not to move it during this stream is that if I do so, then I don't know where I'm going to put the honey farm that I want to build. I'm going to build it this afternoon, I think. Therefore, that's the plan for today. We're going to have a honey farm this afternoon to slow down the carrots. Come on. Oh, come on, Java. There we go, Java. Thank you. See, trees won't despawn if you don't take out the logs, right? I'm gonna have to go and get some scaffolding, I think, because I think I left a block in some of the jungle stuff. There was a time in the past when jungle trees literally just went straight up, and that was it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But they now no longer do that. They actually branch out, which is cool in some respects, a pain in the butt when you're trying to harvest. So it looks good, but it's annoying. So I have scaffolding in easy reach. Sleep. Okay, where did I put? Come on. Okay, I left it in the... Oh no, I do have... See, the spruce grows nice and quick. Now, we still have another thing to think about. We still have this great crater. The crater is huge. And you guys are well aware I hate being underground. So another thing we could work on this week is building a new mob farm. Same style as the one that's underground, but a mob farm that's just a flushing mob farm, where we can actually have the drops basically auto shunt into the castle for storage. That might be another thing to work on as a project. That way I could just ignore what's underneath the castle. Two TV shows on which a lawyer is featured. So yeah, we've got Boston Legal's a very good one. Perry Mason is a good one. Law and Order actually is a good one because, of course, there's all those court scenes. Pardon me. And yeah, so I've got that. The other thing I want to do, I still keep thinking about doing something completely unrelated to the base, outside of it, as in like somewhere bigger. And one of the things I thought about building was a very large box, just because, partly because I like, not just like, partly because I have an amazing moderator who is also my husband, fantastic Sherlock Fox, and I would love to, like, he's been helping me out so a lot. I would love to, for my own sanity, have a reference at my base. And I'm thinking, I was going to put it over the hole so that the fox would be like sleeping in a little bit of a den, but I'm thinking if I put a mob farm there, that project, then this nice flat spot over here might work well for a cute little spot for the fox to be. I need to clean out some of the trees, but I can do that off stream. And then maybe we can use, I'm thinking aloud here, but if he's okay with it, because I have to ask him first. But then we can also use a light matic so that we have an idea that this box is ridiculous big. That way we can figure out how much space we need for it and get it cleared and actually build it. The other thing that's a to-do we should do, I don't care about this west snow zone. I'm okay with that. This one on the east doesn't really work for the concept of our base. So another thing we can do is we could actually spend one of the days either this week or next, we'll see, pre-stream weekend or post, to actually put up a gazillion pieces of scaffolding so that we don't have to worry about flying all the time, but a gazillion pieces of scaffolding, and then try and go up to build height and just glass in all this snow zone. I'd have to go around and take some coordinates, I think, just to figure out how big, and I'm probably gonna end up making it rectangular or pretty close to, just so that I can make sure I get all of it covered. I don't mind it raining down there. If I could, find out why it snows and force it to be rain, that'd be great. But we don't have that ability in Minecraft to, go up top and heat it up, so to speak. That would be great, but it doesn't exist. Came in here for a reason. Scaffolding, right? Yes, and sleep. Why not? So these houses are no longer, this one is no longer being used. It was the storage for the wool, which is now out there. The idea I had at the time was that I was going to build a smaller storage thing and then just have the wool shut underground into this. Two problems with that. One, mobs. Just, not my forte. Two is that I didn't actually have the conceptual thing in my head on how to do that. Now, that doesn't mean it can't be done. I just don't want to derp it through on stream. That's part of why I'm keeping that building empty for now. Wood, I've thought about making an auto wood farm, but most of the ones that I've seen as designs are either A, TNT, which I absolutely, utterly refuse to use, and it's one of those unless absolutely necessary elements, but as in, I refuse to use it on spec because aside from it being dangerous, and I don't consider myself certified to use it, I consider it far too OP. So, yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But, there's that. The other part of it is I just suck at that, and the materials to make it, TNT, are not renewable, and I'm, we're not allowed to dupe on this server, but even if we were, I wouldn't, because I just don't believe in that. So, yeah, there you go. That's part of why I'm not doing an AFK tree farm. Which means if I'm going to bother putting a tree farm together of any sort, then it would probably just be a collection system for the type I'm doing anyways. And in that case, what's the point, right? Like, I would lose the opportunity for all these ones where I'm just letting it grow and not actually bothering with the bone meal. There. Now will you despawn? Thank you. The floaty leaves bug me. The floaty nether stuff bugs me. It's just one of those I'll get around to it elements because I'm not doing nether at the moment. That's the other thing. Nether stuffs don't self-grow. I have to bone meal those. So I might make a collection system for that. That would make sense. Does anyone in chat happen to know if we need a 3x3 for growing on, or if we can do it off just one? Because the stems are always single, right? They're not multi-wide. Okay, so that one still needs to go, that one still needs to go. Oh, right. I did have an oak. Okay, an oak. Where did I put? Did I have a birch? No, and there's the dark oak over there. Okay, so I'm missing a birch. That's one I don't have. Orange trees. I got one, please, just one. Aw, come on. Okay, well, I'll build that one later then. That one's gonna be a bit behind because I need to grab grab a sapling out of it. I'm lazy and didn't go get one from the box. Same here. Go get one from the box. Acacia. And... oh, I don't have oak out here with me. And I don't have birch out here with me. Okay. That's an easy enough run. Birch. And jungle, spruce, acacia. Dark oak. I think I have saplings out there. Oh, spare box. Nice. Okay. Right, because I keep thinking there's another type of wood and isn't. There isn't. You know, it just occurred to me that I'm being a doofus because I should have put the beacon back up to make all this chopping faster. That would have been sane. That's why I kept the bed where I did. All right, squirrel. Okay, so if the beat 50, right? So that would be, we're at, make it nice and even. Okay, 314, right? Oh, actually, that'd be -9. So 1, 2, use a orange marker, why not? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the beacon would be right here if I put it next to the bed. 5. So this is 310? 310, nice and convenient. So I need 360 on the other side. There is 310. Okay, so I need 310 minus 50. It's 260, right? 260. 60. It's right here. Well, here-ish. Which means I'm not keeping the like the bamboo and the sugarcane farm high speed chop or whatever for me, which I don't care. I don't need anything in here. Okay, so then center of this. Anything I can think of that I would need my speed for on the other side. Oh, I know what I need. Okay, 260. Let me just double check. 260 stops here, which means I have to harvest my stone from this end, which is not convenient. So I need 1, 2, 3, right? 260. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I need to move it 3 blocks towards the area because this, if I want to harvest from this end, then I need to actually have it so that the thing works all the way here. Unless I move that. Okay, I'll just 2, 3. The other thing I've never made is a mega smelter because I don't need them, right? I've got this little tiny setup, which works well enough, so I'm not in a rush. But if I build... Actually, no, I think I'll just leave it as it is and move the beacon by 3. That's fine. Actually, even easier, build the beacon where I want, which is about... I need 3. Okay, the other way. 1, 2, 3, just 2. 1, 2. Put it the other way around. if I flip all the hoppers around and collect out of the other end and mine from here, we're at 263. Yeah, it's only 3 blocks the other way. So I can move that other one 3 blocks further the opposite direction, which means I've got room for houses and stuff. So this one makes no sense, but 1, 2, 3. So beacon will be there. Bed moves. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Move this. Yeah, we're fine without it. I'm the slowest beacon installer known to man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Yes, it's middle. Okay, great. That's the middle. That's right. This one. Oops. That one. Fire. 3. This one. Beacon. There we go. It'll turn on when it's ready. When it feels like it. I'm okay with that. This one's wrong. Go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. There we go. I want chopping haste. Times 2 would be fine if I can only get 1 right now. Pay for it regardless. So, where did I put my... We'll get 1. That's not fall in the tower. That would just be bad news. Bed, sure. Take this. Do. take as much as I can, and then we'll see what comes out of it. Is that the end of it? No, it's not the end of it. Ah! This one. Those. Boo, boo, boo. I'm just cleaning out the iron farm a little bit. Well, I don't know about little. Cleaning out what I can in the iron farm. I got a lot. Okay, that seems to be caught up. Excellent. I have room, I have storage, but I don't seem to actually use up that stuff, so we're okay. And I only needed one for the beacon. I just figured while you're here. It's funny, there was a question in my Discord recently from the bot, like just one of those question of the day things. And question of the day. Oh, right. Go over here. I went over there. Okay. Question of the day turned out to be, do you, or what is the web page you go to most, or what is the addictive thing you do that you don't really realize, or something like that, anyways. And I was telling it that the addictive thing I do is to check my phone all the time, because I keep falling into a while I'm here type of hole, I guess. And you can see in Minecraft I'm very much a while I'm here type of squirreler. Okay, so we got ourselves birch sapling. Oh, yeah. And then I need to get myself the haste we need, right? Let's pay for it. Yes. That's mining haste, not running haste. Which maybe would be better? We'll see. Shopping haste might be an improvement, I think. But then we'd end up being ahead of the trees, so that's not great either. Let's put this one over here because we got space. And I know the oak came down from the other side. Let's put that down over here. And we'll let it do its thing. I needed an acacia, right? Yes. I didn't plant that. Silly me. Acacia can go there. Why not? Actually, I don't want to be on the bottom level. I really don't like this one down here because it's too close to the mobs, so I hear them. I mean, I'm still going to see them anyways on the minimap, but I just don't like hearing them. Let's see. Why do I care? Let's put it over here. Why not? Why not? For now. Trees don't need that much space to grow, so let's go. Oh, that's the cherry if it grows. Birch. Okay, these two are fine. You can probably get one more in near the cherry. Throw it down over here. Yeah, that should do. That way I can still build more houses. 5 minutes? Excellente. So hopefully we'll have a better plan and some more sorted out, what do you call it? More sorted out plans for this afternoon and going forward for the rest of the week. I'm just a little left-footed today. I had a thought and then it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. So yeah, that's the story. And then the problem with the mods thing kind of caught me off guard. I was not really thinking about having a problem with that. So yeah, I kind of forgot what I was really up to. Pretty neat friends live if you're rapping at the top of the hour. Minecraft Mama and the Ricky Roy are both live. Ooh. The Ricky Roy just went live too. Well, then he's going to be there for a while. I might go over to Ricky because every time I go to Ricky's stream, I learn something. I always learn something new. Now, I may be in and out today because Sheep Queen's home with a cough today, and I don't need building inspectors. When we do the path... Oh. Okay. When we do the path on the top of the walls, the center section, or the bit that's actually quote-unquote intended to walk on, will be... Did you just go through the fence? That's disturbing. But the bit that people would actually walk on will be made out of slabs, so we won't have this problem. But until then, we have places for mobs to spawn on top of the walls. And eventually, once we get all the houses and stuff done, there'll be far less places for mobs to actually spawn. Okay, so the plan is for Ricky Roy. I think we're just at the top of the hour. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes while I take out this tree before we actually head out. But I'm also being ginger because A, these trees suck to try and figure out where the center is and where things are that you can stand on without actually falling to your doom. There you go. Much better. We've got a little bit more. We'll get a bit of stuff done off camera. I'd like to have a plan for this evening. I can find things, maybe? So we can sort stuff, because that would be another big boon for the weekend, is knowing where all the supplies are. Okay, I think that's it for wood. It's going to cause a problem with the leaves despawning. Where is... Go. Where's the center? More or less. Right here. We'll take this one. And I think just about everything else will take care of itself on that one. So we can call that tree done and work our way towards getting out of here. Did I use... Oh no. Okay, yeah, I used the fortune one. Good. I'm not collecting leaves right now, so I don't have a problem with them despawning. Alright. Excellent. Perfect. So since we did a lot of puttering today, I think what I'm going to do is back out of those guys, turn around like this, and say, yep, thank you very much for everybody who came by. I know it was a very, very quiet stream today, a lot of in and out people, but that's okay. Some days are just like that, and some days you just need to grind. It's just the way life goes. I mean, that's part of what this stream was about to begin with, was to actually share what I do. So even though it's not always exciting, and I prefer to have exciting material for you guys, sometimes you just gotta grind. And so I'd be playing anyways. That's what we're here for, and I'd be sharing with you that I'm playing. So yeah, I'm glad Fantastic Shark Fox found out a fun stream. We have 2 new Geek Out editions coming to the collection. It's going to take a little while for me to get them all input, but they will be coming. We'll have an original, and we'll be having a a Disney edition. And so I've got to get those stuck in so that we can get them into the rotation. The other side of it is that we're missing just one game. Hello. I brought a new one, and so when that shows up, we'll see how it goes. Thanks, B. I really appreciate it. And hey, if you were lurking the whole time, that's fine too. You know, all lurkers are welcome. Everybody's welcome. So I'm going to get the raid started to Ricky, and then we can say thanks from our stream, and let's hope that the credits caught up with us this time.
Mischief managed.
Excellent. Yeah, things happen, B. Sometimes you can't make it. That's just the way it goes, right? All right. So thank you very much to Fantastic Shark Fox for spending clues on Hangman today, also for being our moderator, and thank you to Fantastic B Silver B, amazing person, and always a great friend to have in stream. So if you were just lurking and didn't get called out, that's fine. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Feel free to grab any emotes that you may need for a shout out if you wish. Otherwise, use whatever you like, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. See you later this evening. We will have ourselves another stream at... Do I actually have one? Oh, there we go. So it will be 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll have a plan. Until then, bye-bye for now.